Hello and welcome to EV Focus Now. Thank you for watching. And before we get into this topic, I'd like to have you all just hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. And hit the notification button as well to stay on top of all my new videos. So today we're going to talk about, are manufacturers protecting EV batteries from the owners and consumers who are buying their vehicles? And what I mean by that is basically with EVs becoming more and more popular, we are noticing a lot of manufacturers putting massive batteries in their EVs, but only allowing 80% or so to be usable. Okay, now even Tesla does that to an extent, but not to the extent that Ford and Volkswagen are doing, with offering 98 kilowatt batteries, only making 82% or 80% available for usage. Now the average consumer, they're not going to understand or notice, as they think, you know, things are going to be fine. They're going to be charging to 100% every time when they fill up their charge their vehicle up. It's going to say 100%, but they're not going to notice or probably even know that, hey, 10%, 50% of your battery is not even accessible. So that whole 98 kilowatt battery that may be advertised, you're not even accessing all of that. So they probably won't even know that at all, in any way. Now that's a good thing, because manufacturers, I believe, realize that the mass consumer are not going to want to bother to understand battery management care, like myself, someone who drives EVs a lot, or you listening, maybe you are very familiar with EVs and you understand the point of charging 80%. Therefore, to protect the battery, the consumer basically, you know, in their investment, and basically the new EV manufacturers are just making sure larger buffer is never accessible. Two, it will prevent the battery when rapid charging from degrading and preserve the battery life. I, like many other EV veterans, understand you don't really need to charge over 65% on a daily usage basically. When you do have to take a long trip or something, of course you would charge further, 80%, 100%. But on daily usage, 65% of daily usage is fine, when you at least have a 60 kilowatt battery. So you talk about 120, 130 mile range every day, and that's usually fine for everyday driving. And it helps preserve the battery, like I said. But in mass usage basically, many consumers will just want to plug it in, get it to full, and go like they would a gas car. The less inconvenience for the consumer will help making the switch to EVs better and more adaptable in the future for your people who are coming from gas or ICE vehicles. So I totally understand why they're doing it. So it makes sense. It's less of a learning curve for new EV users. They just plug in. If you want to go and charge 100%, feel free to do it every day. You will not damage the battery, because the manufacturers have put in this large buffer to protect them from that, and just make it one less thing that they have to think about. So I think it's a wise thing to do. I just always look when I see these new EVs, they're like 98 kilowatt battery, 88 kilowatt battery, only 72% usable or 75% usable. I'm thinking, wow, that's a large buffer. But when you think about it, the average person, they probably won't understand it, and they just want to be able to plug it in just like they would a gas car, fill it up, and walk away. And when it comes back, 100% charge, or when they wake up in the morning, 100% charge, and they don't have to think about battery management and, am I damaging the battery, and do I need to do this? Most people are not going to do this. I mean, believe me, I just driving by the other day, and I saw an e-tron plugged in the gas station at a 50 kilowatt charger. I almost turned around, but I was in a hurry. I had to go somewhere to tell the gentleman or lady, I'm not sure who was in the car, that, hey, if you just go down the street to Electrify America, you can plug into a 150 kilowatt charger, because this car can take over 100 kilowatts, and it'll be a lot faster for you than plug into an EV Go 50 kilowatt, where you may be waiting a whole another 45 minutes, 50 minutes versus 20, 30 minutes to top off or to get that extra range. But I didn't have time. But just an example of how most people are not going to understand this. They're going to think any charger is just like any other charger, and they're not understand that this is a 50 kilowatt charger, 150 kilowatt charger, 350 kilowatt charger, and where they need to go to get the most efficient and fastest charge for their electric vehicle going forward. Anyway, tell me your comments below. Tell me what you think. You think this is the right move that we're seeing from manufacturers? putting a bigger buffer battery in to protect the consumer and make it easier for them, or you think that it's a waste of battery life, that it's never gonna be used. But I think it does preserve the battery. So anyway, I look forward to your comments in the comment section below. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification button. I'm trying to get to 60 subscribers. That's a big number for me, small in the world of YouTube, but hey, you know what? I'm happy that I do this for fun. I love doing this, and I love giving information out to the people and getting your comments as well. Please stay tuned to my next video. When it comes to EVs, remain focused. Bye-bye.